Okay, good afternoon or good evening to everyone. Thank you for coming to this last presentation after DefCamp 2014. So, my name is Miguel Mota Veiga. I am in the INFOSEC doing for money since 2006. But I started in this world when I was 14 as a technological troublemaker. Let's talking in these terms. So since 2015, I start selling my skills and start doing pen testing, security audits, malware analysis. Now currently, I'm in the incident response, incident handling field. And of course, I'm working currently for a small-based information security company, a Portuguese one, call it attendees. So, and today I will talk basically how technology can be used to track us, or how can technology can betray our steps and can betray our privacy. In this case, I will only focus in the mobile devices, but currently I am studying made a research of other protocols and other fields. But currently, in this presentation, we'll only focus in mobile devices and wireless technology. So, once again, what is this all about? How mobile devices, in this case smartphones or tablets, can leak information, sensitive information. How can our opponent, adversary, a person, a group, a company, an intelligence agency, or a government can exploit it, can gather that information and can exploit it against you or against a group of people. And ultimate last resource, how can they use that information to track you down and to follow you, not in real time, but can give you we can give him a very good view where you work, where you live, and what kind of places do you use to visit. So, what is this all about? This, I hope it will not use in evidence in the court. This is not mobile phone tracking 101. It's there's several ways to do it. I will just focus in one of the ways. And of course, don't do anything illegal. I don't know what are the laws in Romania or in other countries. Even in Portugal, it was a very, very gray area, and I need to contact some national cert, some lawyer friends to try to understand if this kind of activity, even if it was just for research, it was legal or not. And even those people were, okay, possibly this is legal, possibly. Okay, I will give it a shot. So, this currently just an image to show you. Everybody knows the evolution of 10 years. I can go a little back in time. I still remember my first mobile phone of my father. It was 93, 94. It was a huge mobile phone that occupied not all the car, but it was completely huge with a bag. Then 10 years later, it was SMS, GSM, little games, and then 10 years later again, then we have small computers in our pocket with processors, RAM, applications, and operating system, and their own programming language to develop certain kind of tools. So these are some numbers of the smartphones. This is Portuguese data. So currently until the last year, it was more or less 35 of our population had smartphones. It's 3.5 million. We have an increase per year of 50%. So in the total amount of users, more or less 40% has a mobile phone or smartphone, sorry. So this is just for information purposes. Okay, let's about talk. Once again, even more nowadays with the information that Edward Snowden provide to the world, there was a big mess out about what is it? Is even that possible to someone or to a group or to a government to track us down or to spy in a worldwide? And I started this investigation to learn a little bit about that. And the conclusion for myself, yes, it is true. Only gathering information of Wi-Fi, wireless. So this is normally what happened when your smartphone, your tablet, or your computer try to connect to a router, an access point. Send a probe request. Hey, SSID, whatever, are you there? Then the access point will answer it. Yes, I am the SSID that you are looking for. Please, you can connect, and your smartphone, your devices will connect it. So, and this is a standard. I don't know why the Internet Engineering Task Force was this a good idea. Just that all devices should save the last SSIDs that were connected, and once that device found an access point or a wireless network with the same SSID, try to connect automatically. Don't ask, just connect. But for that process to begin, they need to always send all the SSIDs they were connected on the previous. So our devices save that kind of information and send it in the wild. So why is this so important? So we have a device, smartphone, with a wireless technology. We have a MAC address of the same, and that MAC address will lead us to a person. So MAC address, unique identifier to a person. So this is currently a little bit outdated. The iOS currently only saves the 3 last connect SSIDs, and they leak it out. Currently, I believe the iOS 8, no, it's just up forward. The Android, it depends a lot of the vendors and the versions, but beware with the new Android 5.0, I believe, the Lollipop. Looks like even if you have your Wi-Fi disabled, they still collecting it, and certain applications and the operating system has access to all wireless networks that are surrounding you. Windows Phone, I don't have any data, but since this is a standard, probably it behaves in this way. And so, the best way to just to collect this kind of information with AeroDump, open source and tools, just to configure our wireless device to be a receptive, to be a passive, just to on passive mode, monitor mode. And this is an example of what kind of information you can gain access. You see that this kind MAC address, the first home network, Zon, Vasco da Gama. It's a very famous Portuguese mall. So, and why is this a problem? Well, people tend to connect to networks they can trust, or at least they think they can trust. Home, workplaces, restaurants, bars, cinemas, malls. And the SSIDs tend to be quite unique, especially in your workplace and the home. It's very complicated to find 2, 3, 4, 5 same SSIDs, at least in the same country. Of course, we need to ignore the SSIDs from public Wi-Fi networks, but generally they are quite unique. And when the magic begins is when you can correlate the information. When you know that access point, that wireless network with that SSID is geolocated. When you have the geolocation, the coordinates, when you know that access point is. So we can track our people, or at least we can know what are the paths, what they are doing, where they connect. So, and we can of course visualize this with Google Maps and Google Street View. But how can we know where are the wireless networks, where are located physically? They are, yes, and of course we can learn a lot of a person just to analyze the networks he connects. Okay, if we see a McDonald's free Wi-Fi and wireless networks that, okay, free shops or Zara or whatever, okay, this is just a normal person, average Joe. But if we detect someone that is connecting or is currently connecting to 500 company internet Wi-Fi, or that it's connecting to a location that we know that is very pricey, okay, this could be a very, very interesting target for us, a burglar, for example. But where, okay, this is just one of these examples of one of my victims, which was with the permission of it. So we can know with Google Maps where the location, where he was connected. But where we can gather this kind of information, where can we get access to the geolocation, to the coordinates? Okay, there is a cool database called wingle.net. It's open data. Everybody can use it. It's run by volunteers. For example, I can use the network over here at DefCamp, and I send to this database. Okay, DefCamp is located over here with this coordinates. But for my point of view, at least in the Portuguese case, it was not the best approach. Then we have, I don't know if you remember on this news a couple of years ago, that they found out that the cars of the Google Street View were collecting the SSIDs and the wireless names and saving it, and with that saving the geolocation of them. And it was a guy, I just don't remember the name of it. It was, and until a couple of years by now, it was possible to access to this kind of information. Currently, I believe Google just disabled this functionality, and they are only selling it for, I don't know, intelligence agencies or governments or big companies, I don't know. Or, of course, I can use it as a drone. It will be cool, but a little bit expensive. Or at least our police can do this and can gather information about manifestations or whatever they wanted. But my approach was a little bit more different. I will create my own map, my own database, just to research purposes. So it was a everybody can do this. Cheap laptop, Android, with a Raspberry Pi. The important is to have a wireless dongle that can receive wireless connections. And open source application, Kismet or Aerodump supports the demons of GPS. I had a little bit of problems trying to configure Aerodump to work with GPS. I need to make some dirty scripts to do it, but it will work. GPS dongle, 30 euros, a bag for your laptop or for whatever. Okay, and of course, and good hiking shoes, or you can get in your car and do it in your neighborhood or in your city. And okay, so this is the most important thing to a target operation. Most important is to identify and to create a link between a person, a face, and the MAC address, since we know that kind of MAC address are corresponding to a person. Okay, that is game over. We can know if that person is in the radius of 100 meters. I don't know. We can deploy drones all over the city, all over the street, and we can know that X person is in this particular location. And of course, we can know where he usually connects and possibly know his home address. So this is normally the passive way to do it, just to capture the information. I using this laptop just in monitor mode. I just walk in the street. In the first approach, just walking and just receiving the information of the access points I was and saving the GPS data of it, and of course saving it into a database, in the MySQL database. But the same way it can be used to gain information about your smartphones or your devices. And we can do in a more aggressive way. We can create an evil twin attack. I believe at least the large majority of the people knows. If they don't know, I will explain it. So the importation over here, important over here is to control the flux, the communication channel. And creating an evil twin attack, we can control the communication channel. If you can control the communication channel, we can sniff it. If you can sniff it, we can gain access, more information about who is this person is, social networks, email, any kind of cool identifier. And in a more aggressive way, we can inject our own malicious code, JavaScript code. We can patch the binaries or the applications they are trying to download and install. And this is completely invisible to our target. And of course, the more tactical exploitation, after we gain access to the device, we can have access to whatever the information they or he have. Okay, just a quick note, evil twin attack, as Wikipedia. This is still works, especially when you connect to open Wi-Fi's without any kind of authentication, since your smartphone, since your device will automatically connect to this open Wi-Fi. Don't check, you just don't know if it is true or not, okay? You have this SSID, I will connect it. Even if this a malicious access point or a malicious devices, he will connect it anyway, thinking that access point is legitimate. But it is not, and an attacker can start control the communication flow. So again, this is the the aggressive way to do. So you can create your own server, your own laptop, Raspberry Pi, whatever. DHCP server with a bind for DNS, the squid to a proxy to start sniffing the communications. Okay, aerodump to beef for injection of our malicious JavaScript, and of course MySQL database to save all the information. And of course this can be done with laptops, Androids, or Raspberry Pis, or whatever that runs Linux or have a Wi-Fi dongle. Okay, okay. This can be used by legitimate purposes. Okay, can be to a restaurant or a shop trying to see, try to check the hours of how many people are in this shop in this kind of hours. And of course it can be used to help the law enforcement to identify and follow criminals, and of course can be used to more sinister purposes, to track not only a single individual but to track an all group and all nation. Okay, this is the architecture of can be done in a large scale. We have several drones in deployed on the wild, just get information about the clients. This kind of information then can be saved in a storage server, and it will be sent to another server where they have the coordinate server. Will check if the SSIDs are in the server with the GPS data. Then on the left path, we can see after evil twin attack, if it was well succeeded, we can see what we can do. We can control the flow channel, so we can use SL strip to have access to force to pass from secure channel to a plain text channel. Okay, man-in-middle proxy, we can inject our malicious JavaScripts and doing traffic sniffing. So this is the metrics that I gather with in Lisbon. So 1,200, 1,500 Unix devices per hour. So it's a lot. So there's a lot of people that use, not always, but don't have the feeling or don't know that trust too much in this device. So Lisbon airport, traffic jams, subway stations, malls, tourist stops. Okay, just it's a lot. It's a lot of people for just 1 hour. And from that, exactly, it was gather with almost 900 unique devices. From that, 1/4 leaks at least one SSID, but there were a lot of more than leaks. 2, 3, I checked. There were some with 8, 9, 10, and 8% were vulnerable, or we know at least that they connected to open Wi-Fi's network, so were vulnerable to, or at least I think it was vulnerable to an evil twin attack. So what I can protect for yourselves, okay, turn off your Wi-Fi devices when you're not using it, okay? Don't save your SSIDs that you use. And a cool way to do it was possibly randomize your MAC address. So if your adversary was trying to create a link or try to target you, he will never know. At least it will be more difficult to know that kind of MAC address that's always changing. It will be you. So this is nothing new. This problem was identified between 2000 2005. There was a lot talk about it, how it was a very bad idea to devices connect in the auto way to wireless networks. There was something similar was made by the company SensePost in London in 2013. I believe they create a very cool framework about this. I think it's Snoopy framework. Go check it out. And currently, the Electronic Frontier Foundation is creating a database with all the devices, the models, and the companies that produce this kind of device that are vulnerable to this problem. So in the future, as I say, I will extremely interesting in studying more protocols that can used to identify, or at least can put your privacy in jeopardy. Can be Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, GCM, GPS, NFC, or RFID. And the funny part is, all these protocols are in our smartphones. So, if you turn off your Wi-Fi, probably one of the other protocols will be good enough to track you. So I currently have a little demo over here about my just a Perl script. Wait. No. Okay, just no. Okay, with the data that I gain access for the study, and just okay, we'll know. The first are the MAC addresses of the devices, and on the right part are the GPS data. So we know this MAC address were accessed in some point of their life to were in this access points or GPS data. So I think it's everything. Wait. So just to, if you have any questions, you can contact me to this email. So thank you very much. Yes, questions. Mm-hmm.
I know that the wireless devices send the SSIDs in plain text just in the probe requests when they connect to certain, when they try to connect first, but after they are connected to a certain access point, they don't send probe requests anymore.
Yes.
Is that right? Okay, so I guess that when you collected this data, you sent fake DOF packets and then set up something like I know that there is a method with AirReplay NG from the AirCrack NG suite to configure it to respond to all the probe requests, and you can actually see the lists of the SSIDs on all the devices around you, provided the fact that before you send the fake DOF packet in order for everyone to disconnect.
I didn't say any DOF packets. I was just in monitor mode. Just a passive. I didn't. So
you just used AeroDump. You didn't use anything else.
No.
Okay.
Because that I will be against the law. So.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
One more. Yeah.
Yeah, I can confirm that SSID get broadcasted, so it's possible to do that completely passively. To Android, there's like an auto-scanning feature, which was in the early versions, so which was pretty easy to disable. Now you need to get in some sort of enhanced mode this. It calls like Google network detection or something like this.
Exactly.
And this feature is for some time in there already. And basically, even if Wi-Fi is off, you continue broadcasting your SSIDs, and Google's actually collecting wireless LAN data. It looks like your mobile is wireless switch off, but it's not.
Exactly.
Yeah, and it's on by default. So,
So,
you need to disable that manually.
One question. Do you know if you are airplane mode, that feature is currently enabled or not? I still did not confirm that.
I would say I guess not, but who knows?
Yes, who knows?
Okay, thank you so much for your presentation.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you all for coming. See you all next year.